How are you, friends? We are going to get started in just a moment. I am going to be refreshing my screen over here. I'm operating on multiple screens. Let's see. Make sure I am helping. Let's see, we're live. We are live. We are no, we're live. So I appreciate you all coming in. Thank you so much for being here. I had to like my live. Had to get things set up. Um, my friend, yes, Michelle Crochets, she may be joining in a second. Let's see. Um, go here, like my live as well. Hello, good morning. I um I felt you I looked over and you were just popping in. I was like, I feel something. How are you, friend? I did my homework yesterday, so I did not forget to do my thumbnails. I actually sat down and did 16 of them. I used Canva, so I was so excited to tell you that this morning. I'm gonna tell her so she gets on. I did some thumbnails. Now I need to do the content. So I need to do everything else, but I did do thumbnails. I did drafts. Maybe I should say that because they still have to be obviously edited based on my topic. I gotta make sure I do all the other stuff to it. But I did some nice templates. Maybe that's what they were, templates. So I am gonna get it. He said I'm well and I am excited. Thank you so much. Yeah, my numbers are going up a little bit. You know, obviously I'm on the highway, so I'm um, I'm getting traffic that way, but it's gone up, and your numbers have gone up too. So that's good too. Awesome. You will be there soon, friend. Right at the 1,000. Let's see. Let me switch my account. I use Canva Pro and I love it. Yes, yes. Canva Pro is what I use as well. It is a game changer. Definitely, definitely. And then I like the fact that they're integrating some more AI technology as well, which is needed. Um, so let's see. I'm setting my screen. Are you? I'm assuming you are a busy person this morning. Um, okay. You said you're looking at a few. Thank you so much, everyone. Thank you so much for being here. Oh yeah, you went up. Oh yeah, you are. See, I told you. Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining. Feel free to like the live. Please like the live. Comments. My moderator, yes, Michelle Crochets, is in the building. She is in the comments, so she can give you so much good advice and guidance on going live and, well, YouTube in general. Your YouTube channel, building that up, making sure you are successful with YouTube. How you doing, Jack? Good morning, friend. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate you joining. Um, and so thank you so much, friend. Every day I upload my videos helping. Okay, yeah, that's right. That's it. Yeah. Thank you all for joining. Feel free to like the live comments. And then I know what I share is that if you stay on, I'm about to connect to TikTok and talk about going live and monetizing. And so that's going to be the topic. And I co-stream on YouTube. So I'm answering questions in both places if you have questions, but also my moderator, Michelle, yes, Michelle Crochet, she's there for you to connect with as well. If you do connect with us, we will in turn go to your channel, look at your videos, like, and subscribe as well. So make sure you subscribe. Thank you so much for joining. Turn this fan off. I appreciate you. So we'll get people to come in and out today. Oh, thank you. But you know what? Don't understand. We're going to have to mute your friend. Thank you, Michelle. It's like, oh, okay. I don't know what to do with that. Thank you so much, Michelle. Thank you all who are coming in. Make sure you comment, like, and subscribe to the channels. Like I said, we will help you with your journey as well. So, yes, Michelle, she does YouTube training and coaching. So, she's a great person to support you as you build up your channel, especially for small creators. We're here, we're growing, and we are trying to be successful on this app and on others. So, my live session is both on YouTube and TikTok. So I have you on both platforms. Thank you so much for being here. Let's get started. And I'm going to try to be efficient because I have a couple things to take care of today. And I'm already behind. And yeah, definitely make sure you comment as you are engaging. We want to make sure we are able to support you, ask questions, and feel free to connect. If there's any information I need to explain further, I'm happy to do that as well. So, let's see. I don't know. Let's do this. I'm going to have to change up my titles somewhat too. I'm going to work on that too. Okay, that's fine. We'll go with it. Give me 1 second. I'm almost done, guys. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate you all. Thank you so much. I want to make sure I'm able to answer questions as well. So, all right, friends, we are going. All right, thank you so much for being here. Good morning. It is Dr. Lisa. Launch Your Income. Come on in. We're going to talk about all things going live and monetizing your expertise. We want to make sure you are supporting your community and building it out. And specifically talking to your right audience, your target audience. So if you have questions, come on in. We're going to get to start in a second. Again, if you have a solution for your audience, when you think about a physical product, a digital product, whatever that is, you want to bring that to this place, to the live stream, so that they can get to know, like, and trust you. Come on in, my friends. How you doing, Rosa? Thank you so much for joining. Shay Sprays, how are you, friend? Come on in. E-Nice, thank you so much. Let me see what my volume's like. Sometimes I have it up too high, but I did not have it that high. That's awesome. Good morning. How are you friends doing? Come on in. We're going to get to chatting. I'm happy I showed up in your feed, so you know I'm here. I'm always here, maybe a little delayed, but I am here, friends. So thank you so much for joining. And then I'm on my YouTube channel too, so thank you, my YouTube friends, for connecting with me here as well. So we are going to chat it up. And thank you. Look at you. You reached level 12. Awesome. Kimberly, how are you, friend? So come on in. How's everything going? Thank you for getting Daily Heart Me. Have you gone? I think you shared that you've gone live. So how has it been going for you? Maybe I should say that. How has your journey been going? So we'll get to talking. You're at 12K followers, so hopefully it's going well. Thank you so much for coming into the live this morning. I just posted. You say getting easier. That's it. That's it. I tell you that all the time. Getting easier. That's it. What number are you on? How many times have you gone live? Let me know what number you're on so far. And it does get easier. Neapolitan, thank you so much for being here. I appreciate you joining the live. If you are new to my live, put comment new. And then tell me where you're from. We're going to get to chatting. So this is my, I say this is my level up live because I do the 4 o'clock. And I just posted a video for my 4 o'clock folks. How you doing, Wendy? How's everything going? I just posted a video for my 4 o'clock people, letting you all know that just a word of encouragement. That's what it was, encouragement. The main premise of the video was just to let you think differently. So I'm gonna do a 4 o'clock session. It's about mindset. How you doing, Wendy? And a lot of times you get to those moments where you're saying, okay, it's not working out, it's not working out. And I say, you know, what if it does work out? Like we always lead with that fear in mind. What if I fail? what if it doesn't work out? And I want you to start thinking, what if it does work out? So that's what the video is for. I want you guys to think in a little significantly different. I started to say slightly, significantly differently. That's it. Flip the script, change it all. All your tips have helped me. I'm at 4 lives and 4 shopper lives. Your tips have helped me so much. You're welcome. Thank you so much. You know what? I need that encouragement too. So I appreciate that. That is what I'm here for too, because I want you guys to be successful. It doesn't have to be one person. It can be all of us. We all can share in this. So I don't gatekeep. I share a lot of information. It's funny. I said the other day, my husband came in. He came to my live. He came to my live, and I was like, oh, okay, you're in the room. So afterwards, we debriefed a little bit. And he said, you know what? He said, you're live. You give a lot of value. And he went on to say, well, he said it was a couple different messages, a couple different takeaways. He said, you give a lot of value. He said, you share a lot. He said, you almost share too much. That's pretty much what he was saying to me. You share too much, actually. But he said, I think the people who are there that need it, they're getting it and they're learning and growing. He said, so that's the thing about it. You're helping people now to help many in the future. And so I was like, okay, guy, I love that. Now, in this conversation, how you doing, Enchanted? Thank you so much, Southern. Come on in, friends. I appreciate you coming in. Come on in, get your daily heartbeat. We're gonna chat it up. I appreciate you. In this conversation, he went on. Good morning. He went on to make a comment about. He's a huge Michael Jordan fan, huge fan, and it's all about him. Yes. He went on to make a comment about Michael Jordan being coming back into media. And he said, he was basically saying, that's a good thing because, people need to hear his voice, need to hear what he has, his message that he's saying. And there's a generation that needs to hear from him, not just the generation that grew up with him, but the new generation. And essentially he was going on to say that I'm going to reach many, not just people who want to hear from me now, not just my people, my generation, but I'm going to touch a lot of people. So that's what his message was. And then I jokingly said, I just heard you compare me to Michael Jordan, so I'm just going to take that win up, y'all. He compared me to Michael Jordan, so I'm just going to accept that. He was like, I was not comparing you to Michael Jordan, but I heard that. Thank you all coming in. I see you, Tiffany. I appreciate your friends. Thank you so much. So, yeah, so my husband compared me to Michael Jordan, duly noted. But with that being said, that's what this is all about. It is about helping people, making sure whoever hears this message, no matter if you're my people now or my people later, I appreciate you being here. Take them where you can get them. Yes, exactly. Take the win. Because I will probably never hear that again from him, the comparison to Michael Jordan. He was like, that was not what I was saying. But yes, thank you so much for coming in. We're going to chat it up. How you doing, Coach Miss Jessie? How you doing, Wendy? D, thank you so much for coming in. We're going to tap and share the live. And so right now, if you touch the middle of my screen or my glasses, let's share out the live. I have not shared out my own live inside the diaspora. Thank you so much for coming back, friend. How are you? Hey, everyone. Happy, wonderful Wellness Wednesday. Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. So I'm going to share out my live to my friends. He said my interpretation is what's matter. Exactly. It's all about perception. that's what I heard, friend. I know that's not what he was intending to say, but he said it. I will take that win. Let's see. Okay, thank you all. I was sharing out my live, so please share out the live and we will get going. Let me know if you have any questions. So I did a little bit of my homework. So we're going to talk about activating the live. How you doing, friends? Good morning. We're going to talk about activating the live. And then I did do some homework. I'll say this because we had Coach Miss Jessie come in. We had Alicia come in yesterday, as well as my friend in my travels. And the newer update from TikTok just got rolled out. And so recognizing that we are in a transformation, a transition, okay? And so you know what I read? I did read and interpret everything that everyone said yesterday in terms of making sure you are not, especially for those people who monetize based on coming in lives, and they seem as if they're begging and they're using tragic situations to influence and get people to support them. And, that type of behavior is just, it's just inappropriate any way you cut it. So I understand and I get where TikTok is being very intentional about who's coming in these lives, what are you talking about, what's your message, how are you helping people, as opposed to being self-serving. Okay, so that's what this is about. You want to make sure you are not self-serving. Okay, so what I teach here, ideally, you taking these tips, you're taking it and you're applying it to your topic, to your area of expertise, and then in turn, you are bringing in your audience to come to support you. Okay, and so people are going to come and they're going to stop and listen to your message because they feel as if your message is what they needed to hear. Hi, Eric. How are you, friend? I love that. You said I'm a builder to my name. You got to say hi to me. I love that, friend. You said you got to say hi to me. There is no mistaking. So that's what this is all about. You building community, right? You are building community. How you doing, Tricia? Thank you so much, friends. And that's what seriously, that's what it is. You laugh out loud. I know. Like, it's no mistaking. I will get a greeting. But I love that. That's what you do. You make sure you're seen and heard all the time. But when you are building community, that's what you're doing for your room too. You are building community. People feel connected and they want to stay and they want to listen to your message. All who are sharing the live out, I appreciate you. Thank you, Wendy. Shira, thank you so much for coming in. I appreciate you all coming in. So we're going to get started. How you doing, Kim? How's everything going? Kim, you are in your winning season, friend. Look at you. Kim got, I'm going to brag on you for a second, Kim, because I know you had a successful live recently where you had a lot of people show up for it. And she got TikTok shop in the last 24 hours. So congratulations to you, friend. That's what this is about. This is winning. This is your winning season. That takes me back to my post that I did today because I said, what if it works out? There's so much negative thought that we have where we often side with no one's going to show up, no one's going to support. I can't do this. I'm introverted. I'm nervous. I'm shy. What if it works out? What if we led every day with what if it works out? Okay? God is so good. Yes. FYP. Thank you so much, friend. What if it works out for us? That's all we have to say. We wake up in the morning and say, what if it works out? What if I do something so radically different that it works out for me? Okay, so what I'm telling you is just shifting your mindset. We're going to talk about this at 4 o'clock because I have like all these little notes going on, but I wanted to say that because I saw Kim come in. The people are so supposed to be there. Are they? Yes, the people who are there are supposed to be there. That's it. That's it. The people who are in the room, you talk to the people who are in the room. The people who are in the room are the people who are supposed to be in the room. That's it. That's all. That's the way you're supposed to think about it. And your room will grow and people will come and people will support you. The FYP will send people there. And over time, you'll reach more. And so that's the thing about it. You will reach more. That's just how this system works. As you're going and growing, you're going to reach more. How you doing, Faces? Thank you so much. Yes, it will. Yeah. So you just show up. You just continue to show up. And as you are showing up, you are supporting. Okay? I'm good. Appreciate your friend. How you doing, Spiritual Soul? Coming on in. How you doing? P-E-B, Fergie. Fergie. Appreciate your friend. Good morning. Thank you so much. So, here's what I'm going to say. So I know TikTok's going to give us our flash goal in a second. We're probably going to get that. Thank you, Wendy. I appreciate you running in and coming in to support, friend. I so appreciate it. And then everybody else in the room, thank you so much. Simply, thank you so much. Good Wednesday AM. How are you, friend? Oh, Pebbles. I knew that. You know what? Sometimes this brain, it does not click. It does not click on sometimes. So I could have seen that. How you doing, curated by Hala Q, friend? How are you? My friends on their other accounts. My Hala Q's on her other account. Coach Miss Jessie's on her other account. Come on in because I know you guys are trying to grow. So build your communities too. Just make sure you're connecting. and connecting with people who have their bio. And then we have some of our same friends coming in. But if you are new to me, new to my room, just put new in the chat. So we'll get to chatting and connecting, and let me know if you have any questions. So yesterday, like I said, I reviewed, I did some homework because my friends came in and said, Dr. Lisa, this thing just activated today on the 20th, where the new community guidelines came into effect. And with those guidelines, what I would tell you, you know, everything that TikTok did and wrote in those guidelines, I agree with actually, because again, I think what was happening is that this app, first of all, let me say this, there's a lot of earning potential here. First and foremost, there are a lot of people who are making money and preying on people who they think, based on their sob story or their current situation, because some of them I think were capitalizing on tragedies that were happening. TikTok was like, okay, you know what? Enough is enough. We can't operate that way because that's not going to help with creating credibility for this app and how people are engaging. So I think that's what they're doing. They're trying to reclaim that credibility. They're trying, or at least try to claim it. I don't know if they're reclaiming anything, y'all, but they're at least trying to claim it. So with that, they're trying to improve their brand and image as well. So you have a lot of people, especially young people on this app, who start off on this app, that they're now saying, okay, you know what? We need to conduct ourselves like adults. And there's a proper way we need to do things. I agree as well. Yes. And so if you're making money on this app, and like I said, there's a lot of money to be made. This app is very generous in terms of how it operates. If you come in, show up, be consistent, be engaging, you connect with your audience. If you got TikTok Shop, what is TikTok Shop? Oh, what is TT Shop? Oh, my friend, Faces, you did say, you said I'm new. How are you, friend? Uh, what you said? What TT Shop? What TT Shop? Let me understand what you mean. You know, are you asking what is TikTok Shop, or you're saying TikTok Shop in general? You shouldn't be asking that because you in your bio sounds like you know about beauty and wellness. But let me know if that's what you're asking, friend. I'll make sure I explain it. Hello, all that's here. How you doing, Miss Darlene? Thank you, Pam. Yes. When it comes to those changes, I absolutely agree with them. Now, some of them is going to make sure people are being very intentional about what they're doing and how they're communicating, whether it's engagement communication or their overall business model and strategy. So some people are going to have to make adjustments. Oh, what about TikTok Shop? Is it good to sell products? Oh, yes. Yes. I think the general answer is yes. There is, I was trying to tap fast. Got your friend. Yes, it's good to sell TikTok Shop products. I have a separate account that is a TikTok Shop account. And so you want to make sure you get the right support and training because TikTok Shop is a lot. And you got to stay within the guidelines. They're actually trying to bring more brands to TikTok Shop in particular and have more brand relationships. So you see that growth happening. That approach is where they're looking at how do we bring more people to do TikTok shoppable lives, almost like a QVC approach, as well as making sure the representatives are not embellishing or talking about products that don't have full knowledge and understanding of them. So they're trying to make sure there's proper training. So TikTok Shop is challenging because you got to make sure you're able to go live, first of all, and communicate effectively, but also you're talking about the features and benefits of those products and being able to hold an audience and talk to them and engage with them as you're promoting the products. So I'm with an agency, so I'll just do a quick plug for them. I'm with Live Legion Agency, which is a TikTok Shop agency. There's a couple other people in the room with that agency too, because I had them come to a live a few weeks ago, and she spoke about the services she's offering, and she's living up to them. I'll say that right now. She is living up to those services. They keep sending me stuff. TikTok Shop keeps sending you stuff. Let me know if do you have a business account or is this a personal account? I'm only here for a short time. Hello, Alvin. Thank you so much. I appreciate your friend coming in to support. We're gonna do the flash goal. It just popped up. I would keep sending me. Yes. Oh, so would it be wise to do a separate page? In most cases, yes. Let me turn on the flash goal real quick so we can get that going. It's the Heart Me. Why would you do the Heart Me TikTok? We already did the heart me. This is a room full of heart me folks. We know what to do. How you doing, Sunshine? Thank you so much, friend. It's a business account. So no, you're not eligible for what I'm talking about is the TikTok Shop Creator Program. That's the affiliate program. But however, let me say this. My friend Kim is in the room. There's probably something in that process that I'm missing because Kim said that she has a business account and she just got accepted into the creator program. So I'm not sure if they're expanding it. Anybody in the room, for some reason, I do believe they're expanding it based on what Jessica from Live Legion, when she came to my live, there was somebody who asked about it and she said there is a pilot program that they're offering for sellers also. I remember her saying that and she was just starting to get more information about it. So that may be what happened with you, Kim. Kim, I don't know if you're still in the room or not, friend, but that could have been what happened where you got accepted into that. You're able to do the creator program too. Yes, Michelle Crochets, thank you so much for coming over to get your daily heart me. If you guys want to go over to the YouTube too or connect with the YouTube, she's my YouTube coach. And so you can go over to the YT and support, but definitely snag her here, send her questions if you have questions about it. And ideally, if you go to our page and subscribe, we'll go to your pages and subscribe as well. So make sure you comment, like, watch a video. You got to watch something first before you click subscribe. You always got to watch something first. So as you are looking to build your pages, I'll tell people to do the same and make sure they watch something of yours. Okay. Thank you all. I appreciate you all making sure you're coming and get your daily heart me. Appreciate you coming in, friend. But so yeah, TikTok Shop for the business account is a little, my understanding. Now this was probably pre the latest update. So I'm going to say my information is based on, we'll give a timestamp of May 1st. I was going to say May 20th, but I don't know. I think it might have even been before that. So we'll give a timestamp of May 1st that businesses could not get TikTok Shop because you were a business. You said, and I'm gonna appreciate you, friend, because you are a business. And so your business is to sell your products. That's why you have a business account. So you're selling your own products and promoting them and going live. You could work with affiliates, with sellers to get, to have them promote your products as well. But as a business, you couldn't. Now, with businesses getting TikTok Shop as a creator, I'm not sure what the logic is. So again, maybe they're saying, you know what, you can sell your products, you can sell their products, sell everybody's products, because you won't sell, okay? So maybe that's what they're talking about. They're like, you know what, if you're a seller and you got your own products, sell these other folks' products too, friends, okay? But, and so that may be the new logic. And so TikTok does change. I'm going to look into it a little bit more and see if I can get to the bottom of it. But yeah, so it seems as if creators, sellers' business accounts are also getting the creator access. So maybe that's what they're saying. You bought products from TikTok Shop, you are engaging in TikTok Shop, you understand TikTok Shop, you might as well sell what you got and what these other people have too. So that might be the logic, y'all. Hello. So they added 8 products for me to offer. Oh, they added it on your own. Somebody else said that. Interesting. That they automatically added products to your showcase. Yes. Oh. Again, I don't know. I don't know what to tell you. Are these products that you purchased? Let me ask that. Are these products that you actually purchased so you had them? And they just added them to your to your showcase. So you're like, I don't even own these products. I wouldn't even pick these products. I don't know where these products came from. So which one is it? Because again, one of so I meet with people and I do individual meetings, and someone alluded to they had products in their showcase. She said, I don't remember clicking add. I was clicking around. How you doing, Luna? She said, I was clicking around. So she did say she was clicking around in the showcase, but she said, I don't know, I don't recall clicking add this to my showcase. She said, I think TikTok did it. And I was like, oh, that's interesting. Good morning. And I said, well, maybe you did it inadvertently. Maybe you thought you were adding it to your cart and you hit add to showcase. So it could have been her. She wasn't sure. So, but they did it. They did it, but did you buy it? Were these random products, or were these products that you had actually purchased? So I wonder if that's the case. Hello, Curated. Hello, Luna. Thank you so much for the gifts. No random. Oh, I have no idea, friend. tell you. I don't know what just happened to you. Yes, TikTok is doing, oh gosh, I have no idea. Wow. Well, if you want to explore maybe just asking around a little bit, I would point you to Live Legion. Um, Jessica, she's really responsive. If you went to her page and asked her about your situation, because it sounds as if you do have TikTok shop and they've added some products, and they was like, hey, go ahead and sell these. But I don't know. I don't know if you clicked Live Legion. Yep, that's it. Yeah, she's really good. Yes. Hello, Joe. How are you, friend? Hello from Texas, new here. Well, welcome, welcome, welcome. Face aglow. Where are you from, friend? And any of my other new friends coming into the room, how you doing, Halleck? Thank you so much, friend, for the roses. You practicing your stand up on the board. um, you said, "Girl, I'm 51. I might have clicked." Oh, you said I might have clicked. You might have clicked to get into TikTok shop. Oh, TikTok is TikToking. Yes, yes, it is. It's doing the most. I don't know. At the end of the day, we're fiddling around, touching different things, trying to figure this app out. Yes, it could be us, but again, it could be TikTok. And like Coach Miss Jessie said, TikTok gets to TikToking, and they do the most. Inspired expressions today. I forgot. I'm sorry, friend. That's the name. Inspired expressions today. Thank you so much. How you doing, Yoda? Thank you so much, Yodi. Is that it, Yodi? Appreciate your friend. Um, how you doing, AI with Tracy? Good morning. Looking good today. You being on live is always my cue to go live. There we go, friend. There we go. That's what we're talking about. I don't want you guys to sit back and just wait, wait, wait. I just posted too. I say this all the time. I want to make sure I'm supporting you all, especially my nervous people, my shy people, my introverted people, because I'm that person. I still claim that. I don't care what y'all say. I still claim that. I am still part of the introverted family. Okay, but it's hard. It is hard. It is hard when you are trying to see, okay, should I do this? Should I continue to do this? And then I just posted this morning. I said, okay, what if it works out? You know, what if it works out? What if everything goes the way you want it to? It goes as planned. You're successful. What if it works out? Okay. So I want you all to think that way. Like it can work out. If I hit the go live button, what if nothing bad happens? What if something wonderful happens? What if it transforms my life and I go live consistently and I see a change and how I show up, how other people respond to me? What if? So that's going to be the message later today, my 4 o'clock. I said I'm going to talk very intentionally to my nervous people. It's my mindset shift edition. That's what we're going to talk about, mindset shift. How you doing, Happy? Joe, thank you so much. You said how curated by how like you said it sure is TikToking. It is. It is. TikToking is doing a lot, friends. It is. I plan on going live again today. Look at you. Awesome. Yes, what if? What if? Because we lead with that, the negative part of that sentence. But what if it works out? Okay? What if it works? So that's what you have to say. What if it works out? Okay? At church we say, what's the best that can happen? What's the best that can happen? I love that. I love that. That's a real flip on it. What's the best that can happen? That's it. And so when you're nervous and shy and scared and introverted, that fear is leading you. And, they always say, don't lead with fear. You're not supposed to lead with fear. You're supposed to lead with faith. And you're supposed to sit back and say, what if the best happens? What if it works out so that something beautiful happens, something extraordinary happens? So you just got to think about it from that perspective. And so a lot of times that's in the mind though. So the mind has to say, I'm going to click this go live and I'm going to keep clicking it. And it's going to be awkward. It's going to be uncomfortable. And people are going to be looking at me. my my son, I told you he's the 5-year-old. He had basketball practice, and he had the ball, and he was trying to shoot. He really can't dribble great, can't really shoot great, but he's learning. And he was dribbling and trying to shoot, and the other kids, they had like a little game they was playing, a little mini game, and he kept running around in circles. and then he threw the ball and he walked off the court. And his thing was, they kept following me, mommy. They kept following me. I was like, baby, that's what they do. That's basketball. They try to get the ball. So, but in his mind, that's not how it's supposed to go. He's supposed to just be able to shoot clearly and make the court and stuff, and everything goes fine. But no, they follow you. They come to you. That's what they do. So you just gotta know. What if it works out though? What if it works? I went live sitting in my garden, woke up and still have viewers. Oh, what do you mean? You fell asleep? What did you do? did you did you fall asleep while you're in the garden? Hello, happy. How are you, friend? So thank you all coming in. I appreciate you all. Come on in. Yes. So thank you. I appreciate you. Fell asleep. Oh my gosh. Made my one-on-one with you, and I'm working on my bio niche homework from Live Leisure. Look at you. Awesome. You said I am doing my homework. That's it, guys. That's what it's about, all about. You want to make sure you are making those steps. And the beauty is, and I'll say this real quick because I know um, I don't want to miss this point for people. The reality is you need to surround yourself around people who are going to uplift you and support you. So I will say this right now. There's a lot of people in our lives that we need to probably remove, or we need to get better people in our lives that are not just going to agree with our negative mindset. Okay? Because that happens quite a bit. We have people around us who are just going to say, yeah, you're right. Yeah, I wouldn't do this. No, you shouldn't. I agree with you. And we don't have people around us that's going to just disrupt that thinking. Will a one-on-one help with creating a strategy to attract and reach out to brands? You're talking about with me? Yes, I could talk about that. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. There's a couple different things you can do. I have a couple different resources I talk about. Online resources, there's a couple marketplaces you can go to get brands. You can do it here. You can also think about intentionally making sure you're prepared to talk to brands. So developing a brand and a media kit. So those are things that you want to do. But yeah, we talked about this before, friend. I looked at you again, I was like, Portia, with your 16,000 followers. Yeah, friend, you definitely have it. You definitely have what you need. And so yeah, we can meet and talk about it. But you have what you need here. And I don't know what your other platforms look like, but definitely you have something that is something you can package to brands. Yeah. So absolutely, friend. So when I talk about surrounding yourself around people who can support you and uplift you, that's going to be key to anything you do. If you're around people who are always saying that, no, just continue, make sure you have a 9 to 5, make sure you do all the things to cover your bills and stuff, that is true. I don't disagree. But there's also this conditioning that we have where it has to go in this linear fashion, and it doesn't have to be linear. You can go in different ways and different circles and still land at a place that is right for you. Okay? So I want you guys to have that type of mindset. I like mindset. Yes. Thank you so much, Hara. Appreciate you. I know I need help, laugh out loud, or in encouragement. Yep. Not or. It's an and. You need both. That's what it is. You need both of them, friend. But that's it. Who you have in your ear matters. Yes, it does. It absolutely does. It absolutely does. And if you don't have support and the right people in your ear, I don't tell this story as much. Part of my journey to TikTok was partially because I had it was a long-term friendship that I decided was not suiting me well. It's kind of like with me and Gravitas Q, y'all. I had to let it go. So, but it was a friend that was in my ear, and it was a person that was not supportive in a way that I needed them to be. And I was like, you know what? And I had to talk to my husband about the friendship. And I said, I need to do something different because this friendship is not suiting me well. And we have not, this has been since like August. And because it's a person that I would speak to almost every single day, a couple times a day, I was like, okay, all right, let me now have a creative outlet. So I started going on social media a little bit more because I really had like a void in my life. I was like, okay, let me go on social media because I normally would call her and we would chat it up and stuff. I was like, all right, let me go on social media. So that's how I ended up arriving at TikTok. And I started seeing TikTok videos and hearing people talk about TikTok. And I saw it from Facebook, and so in Facebook and Instagram, and I was like, interesting. All right, let me find out more about this TikTok. So that's how I ended up here, y'all. It was because I had this void in my life. But I have to tell you guys, I would have never come here. I would have never done this. In my husband, we talked about it the other day. We went to dinner and we were like just kind of debriefing about having that moment in time. But I literally would not have been in this space because that would have been the person who was still would have been in my ear talking to me. The inner dialogue is important in mindfulness. Mindful of how you speak to yourself. Yes, how you speak to yourself and who's up. You said I divorced a friend. Did you really? Yeah, sometimes the people around you, you gotta remove those people around you. Yes, I know the takers. Yes. You know what? Horror. Ooh, that was real. That spoke to me because yes, that's what that relationship was about. That relationship was just definitely about taking, consuming, taking my time away, just taking. Yes, it was not adding anything. And I was like, no, this is something's amiss. Something's awry here. Something's not right. And it was not feeding me. And then I think I was pushing back on it too because I knew that's not where I needed to be. I knew that was not helping me. And I was like, okay, it's time for me to move on. It's time for me. Some things you just gotta let that there are people in your life for a reason and a season. I've always been taught that. And that person was there and probably had overextended their season. And it's somebody I would say I would have called them a dear friend, a best friend, but I was like, you know what? This is not serving me. And gotta let him go. And it wasn't serving me in the sense that I have to tell you, a lot of the misconceptions and the anxiety I had about social media and even doing this was because of that person, because they had it. And I was like, oh, well, no, I'm not going over there. I'm not getting involved in that. That was me because of that person in my ear telling me, don't do it. That's not for you. You shouldn't do this. And meanwhile, my husband's like, you would be great at it. My husband was like, he's been my biggest cheerleader because he was like, yeah, you dumbing yourself down, sister. Like you need to be doing something else. And so when I said, oh, I'm interested, he was like, yeah, you'll be great at that. He instantly said it. So I forgot the first time I probably ended a relationship. I was so proud of myself. Yes, it's it's one of those things, and and obviously we have romantic relationships that will end or they'll get ended on us or whatever the case may be. But this was like a friendship, and in the sense that I was like, okay, this is somebody I talk to all the time. Grew up with them, So when I'm taking us back to high school years, and so recognizing that that was a person that probably should have stayed back in that period of time for me because I probably was not living. Obviously you have it. I was very successful in my career, still am successful in my career. So I've advanced, I've done a lot, but that person was not helping me in other ways. I was helping them. And so my friend who said a taker, yeah, I was that person's person, which you got to be for some people, and I recognized that was the dynamic of our relationship, but I wasn't getting what I needed from it, and as a matter of fact, I wasn't doing what I needed to be doing because of it. So I just say that the people you have around you, yes, guard your energy. Not everyone deserves access. Thank you. Yes, that is real. Not everyone deserves access. That is real. That is very real. And then when you give them access, recognize why they're in your life, recognize why they have that access, and make sure you limit them to that particular access because the other stuff will hold you back. They will hold you back. So again, just surround yourself around the right people. That's what I would tell you. Make sure you don't have people who are hopefully not creating a negative and essentially affirming in your mind that negative mindset. They're co-signing on that. You don't want that. You don't want that. You want somebody who's going to say, okay, you could be doing something greater. I try my best for my daughter, and she says it all the time. She's like, "Mommy, you too much, mommy." But I try to tell her, I said, "Baby, you're wonderful. You're awesome. Don't ever forget that you are gifted." And then she'll come back. She's like, "You tell me I'm gifted. Look at this AI guy. Look what because I want her to see she can be great. You don't have to accept mediocrity. You don't have to. You can do other things. You can change your mind. You can shift. You can do your best, but just work hard and stay at it, and you'll be successful." And so that's the mindset I try to have for her. But it's hard. I've seen a lot of people come to therapy to work through friendship breakups. They can be hard too. I know it is. It is. It is. And so TikTok became my outlet. My husband. I think I was breaking up with a couple things because what was happening, and I shared this before, even with my daughter. I told you guys I was that helicopter mom. So what was happening in my beginning of I'll say the fall time frame, the fall of last year, for me was a transformation. It was a transformation for me to kind of reclaim my own identity because I had been pouring into so many other people for so long that I had not done anything for myself. So I was like, okay, now I need to reclaim this for me because this is a bit this has been my last 5 years or so have been about other people. And obviously as moms and as women we do that all the time, but I really felt like it was something pulling me away from that and having me pulling me towards this direction. And I was like, okay, I need to do this. This is what I need to do. And I was, feeding into it. I was looking at it. I was consuming content. This is what I was doing for me. This became my outlet. And so as a result, I made this transition in the beginning of the year and it's been great. So I say that because I don't know who needs to hear it, but at the end of the day, sometimes you just got to pull away. Yeah, pull away. Training energy attached to you is the worst. Yes, yes, absolutely. Blessed risings, everyone. Thank you so. Your vibration moved you away. I'm always certain. Yes, yes, that's it. Yep. Is my can I put a heart me to my goodie bag? What does that mean? I don't know what that means. Agreed. Pulled away. Yes, thank you. Good morning. I can't agree with you more. Yes, that's it. And so intimidated, overwhelmed, getting started, caring for older adults and raising a grandchild. Yes, it's hard. I got the 5-year-old. So I have him. We at the beginning of this year, we've had a couple different incidences with my husband's mom. She had to have a pacemaker put in, so we've had to kind of monitor her health. So we've been kind of paying attention to how she's doing, and she's doing fine right now. But that's been kind of on our plate of stressors and just making sure she's fine. And then obviously the older kids, when when they're adulting, it's like having a 5-year-old all over again because you get the adulting issues and stuff. So it's been a lot in the last 4 to 5 months. I don't talk about it as much here about the other stuff, but yeah, it's been a lot. But with that, I come here and this has been my solace in terms of just connecting with you all, chatting with you all, talking about this experience for me, as well as hopefully empowering and inspiring many of you to do it for yourself. Because that's what this is all about, building community. Yes, so true. I'm empty. So it's time to fill up. That's it. That's it. You are a rescuer. You like to save. I do. I do. Yeah, sometimes you outgrow people. I agree. Yes, absolutely. I'm glad you've divorced that friend because now you have you as your friends. I have all of you as my friends. I do. I do. That is so true. I have quite a few of you guys as my friends. Thank you so much. I'm chatting with y'all as much as I was chatting with her. But I have a whole lot of you. Yes, that is so true, guys. I see you say yes, you are carrying them. Yep. While in the era of my life, seeing a lot of my friends were to stay in my past. Yes, yes. You'll look back and you'll be like, wow, oh gosh, all the people you're still bringing along your journey. Sometimes you gotta let some of them go. And again, that goes to the negative mindset. That's the whole fear mongering. Those are the things that people do to kind of help you stay complacent, status quo. You don't think and move outside of your comfort zone. You just stay in this little bubble. And because of that, you're not growing to your full potential because you stayed here. So some people in my life for a season, but we want to season to go and when it's over. Yes. Yep. You got to let it go. Everybody's not for a lifetime. Some people are for a season. Yep, we need to understand that and let it. Yep. It gets hard carrying everyone else. Yes, I'm focused on my health and healing. That's it. That was my thoughts. Yep. Yes, I'll say that again. I think it's how we grow different from one life and another. Yes. Yeah, so that's what this is all about. I want us to shift. We're talking about this in my 10 o'clock, but we're gonna talk about this in my 4 o'clock because I really do want people to think differently because what was happening. So here's what happened, and I share this story because I want you guys to see my transformation. So when I started my account, I told you I was looking for something. I was searching for something because I was like, okay, well now I got to fill this void, but at the same time I want to focus on me and my own self healing and affirmations and just positive thinking. So my previous page, and I hid all those videos, so I would tell you guys to go to them, but you can't see them now. I created a page that was only about positive affirmations. So when I came to TikTok, I was like, okay, well, here's what I need. I need to fill myself with a positive mindset because my mind was really focused on, my the worries of my child with her transitioning to college, the worries and stressors of, the friendship. Like you said, you do lose and grieve a friendship and like just that transition. So I was just thinking, and as you guys know, I'm leaving my job. I wasn't happy with my job at the time and I haven't been for a while. So I was really searching for something to change my mindset. And I sat in this space of saying, my mindset has to change. It has to change. So what I would do is just take pictures and images from my camera roll, from my from vacations. My husband would go for his walks and he would take pictures of like the sky or the sun or different landscapes, skyscapes, and send them to me. And he was like, put a positive message on top of this. And that's what I was doing. So everything you saw on that page was all positive affirmations, all different things that focused on, just looking at life from this new lens. Okay. And so that's what I was doing constantly. That's what I was sharing. And I would just look up different affirmations to put on there and different morning uh, uh, manifestations, mentioning of abundance, thinking about positivity. That's what the page was doing for me. It was funny because I have the friends that I went to, my college friends that I went on that trip, my spring break trip to. They would start to send me messages like, here's a picture, send this, do this, post this, because they were my encouragers. They knew what I was doing. Yes, I love affirmations. And so that's what I was feeding myself. I was constantly looking at the world from that positive mindset. I had stopped thinking about the negativity. I just tried my best to shift my mind so that I was not focusing on that. And that helped, and so that helped me in the sense of it carried me while I was doing this journey and posting daily. I was posting like twice a day on that page. It carried me through this process of saying, okay, well, now I'm listening to people and their go live journey. I was like, you know what? I can go live. I can do this. Yeah. Why not? Just talk about what I've been doing. And I was seeing a lot of people in these rooms that were saying that they were still nervous and they were scared. And I was like, well, why? Am I nervous? Am I scared? I actually had to ask myself that. I was like, I guess I'm not. I guess I can do it. So again, it's about what messages you're telling yourself. What are you saying? How are you saying it? How are you claiming your ability and power to do something extraordinary? And if you're not doing that and you don't have people around you doing that for you, then I would tell you you might need to change your surroundings. You definitely need to shift your mindset. So how you doing, Coach Rick? How you doing? Your live was great. So this is somebody who has come to this live, and I went to his live for the first time. That's awesome. He does. You were playing the piano, so he has a lot of hats that he wears. But essentially, he was playing the piano, playing songs. He had learned how to play over COVID, and he was bringing that to the live. So it was great seeing you in your live the other day. I think you were consciously choosing thinking and feeling because you knew you were wanting to go. Yes. Yep, that's it. Love that I can count on you. Oh, look at you, friend. Thank you so much. Uh, that was our overthinking. Yep, that was it. That was it. Yes, Miss Darling, you have transitioned a lot, friend. I love your story is remarkable too. Because she was coming in, she was like, I'm afraid I'm not gonna go live. Hadn't gone live, had live access pretty early. started doing faceless lives, and now she is totally face forward. So I love the way you've done that. And I think you've done that in the essentially, what, 2 months? So that's awesome. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Um, so why did you hide that from the world now? What you mean? What did I hide from the world? Which one? The positive affirmation page? Which one? It was out there. It was out there. Oh, so why did I made it my TikTok shop. I think that's what you're asking. Well, why is it private now? Like, what just happened? That's the transformation, friend. That page was getting neglected because I was over here on the Dr. Lisa page so much, doing my lives, doing all of this. So that page was not getting posting. I wasn't doing anything with it anymore because I had arrived. I had transitioned. I'm no longer negative thinking. And so I was like, well, that page is not doing anything for me. Maybe I should make it a TikTok shop page. So it's my TikTok shop. So that's what I did. Um, you said, Desley, you said, how are you showing up for yourself? Thank you so much. That's the question of the day. How are you showing up for yourself? I love that. Gotcha. You say gotcha. You said, wait a minute, why did you private all those videos? I had to because I had to rebrand it. Because it was my TikTok shop page. Yeah. Now, you encouraged me to go live here. I was going live on other platforms, but TikTok is it for me. Look at you, friend. That's great. Yes, yes. Look at you. You said TikTok is it for you. Yeah, the other platforms, you guys know my coach stream on my YouTube, so I'm doing that now. And Michelle, you've been talking to me, friend. Thank you so much. I have to go back and listen to the message, read the messages. But I coach stream over here. I did not go live on Facebook and TikTok, not TikTok, Instagram. Partially because both of those pages were done at a different time. So I need to go and rebrand them. Okay, so that's part of it. So my Facebook was my personal Facebook, is family, friends, high school friends, all the people. So I need to create a new page over there and really develop that page more. Then there's my Instagram. I have the group chat over there. You guys know I do that for my people who got the bundle from me. So I have that group chat. That was branded when I started my UBC journey. And so I started it there, and it was faceless also. So I need to go in and clean that up. And you guys see me do this evolution with YouTube since in the last, April, I started the YouTube channel. And so this channel was created back in November. I wasn't doing much with it. You know, you can only go live after you get 50 subscribers. So that channel became, this channel became kind of my way to now build this out. So I'm going to try to build this out with a little bit more branding towards me. So it is branded towards me because it shows me. Hello, Principal Barton. I saw you come in. How you doing, Cornelia? I appreciate your friend. Thank you so much. It's a different culture on the other platforms. It is. It is. Thank you so much. How are you? Nice. Hello, friends. So yes, it is. Those other pages are not the other platforms are not the same. It's not the same as here. I would agree with that. I went to a family dinner. My friends and family could not believe that I was earning money on TikTok. That's the thing about it. You know, people do say this, and I wholeheartedly agree with it. Don't tell a lot of your friends and family what you're doing over here. Don't do it. Don't do it. Because there's so many people who don't understand it. They don't understand. First of all, they don't even understand the concept of digital marketing. Let me say that, because that becomes a whole different soapbox. Because people don't understand digital marketing. But understanding TikTok too, because again, TikTok, I started this conversation earlier by saying TikTok is trying to change their image and rebrand themselves so that they can be a little bit more professional in nature. And so these new community guidelines is trying to clean house in that way so that people are now conducting themselves accordingly. So you figure there's some new guidelines that speak to how people need to dress in terms of not being too exposed. There's the language surrounding people in terms of having high quality content. So they're still trying to make sure people are being intentional about using some of the new features, making sure your content is a little bit more high quality, quote unquote high quality, as well as making sure you're not coming on this app and you just begging. And so recognizing that they're trying to rebrand themselves and change their image, people don't understand that yet. And so part of the pushback with the whole idea of saving TikTok through some of the things that was happening um, with the political nature of all this was to say, okay, well, that's a kids app. Why are we trying to save that over here? And not realizing that there are people here that are content creators, live hosts that are quality, that are high quality, and they're coming here and they are having a positive experience, uplifting people, inspiring people, doing things that the rest of the world don't even realize is happening. Okay, so just recognize there's a space here for you. But if you're gonna talk about it, you got to be prepared to really talk about it with people. Are you having a good day? I am, friend. How you doing, Cornelia? Thank you so much for asking. Yep, our social media is not for our friends and family. Yes, it's for us and what we're building. That's it. That is it. That is absolutely it. That is absolutely it. And so when I told you my story, I was able to talk to my husband about it. He's been super supportive about it. He works in K-12, so he gets it. He's not a social media guy. I will say he's far from it. But he is actually, he loves YouTube. So YouTube is where he goes all the time. YouTube is heavily male dominated too. I say that in a way of recognizing that this platform has a lot of potential and opportunity for other demographics, women, older adults, just recognizing that there's a space for us that we can create over here as well. But he loves his YouTube. Okay. But it's not your traditional social media either. It's a search engine. So he loves going there. He has about a dozen people he follows, and he consumes their content all the time, every day for a few of them. And so he understood the messaging surrounding digital marketing. He understood his wife and how I act. So he was like, yeah, there's a space for you over there. Go ahead and do that. Yeah, absolutely. And so he was a supporter. My kids, my kids, on the other hand, my daughter, and I told you her story about going viral and having her account, not so much. She was like, Mommy, really? But her feed, and here's the thing about TikTok, her feed is only showing young people. She's not seeing the older side of TikTok. She's not seeing the mature adults, the Gen Zers, the older millennials, the baby boomers that are here making a community, building communities and stuff. She's not seeing that. That's not in her feed. So that's the thing about TikTok, because you see what you're supposed to see. You're supposed to see your topic, your niche, and that's the community that you see. When you see other people, she'll probably swipe, but at the same time, she's not seeing where there's a space for us. Okay, so with that, you got to be careful about who you talk to. I think that's what that message was about. I'm fine with the community guidelines. Yeah, yeah, yeah. My daughter feed is nothing like mine. Hallelujah. I know. Nothing like it. Shout out to the 40 plus creators. Exactly. Exactly. There is a space for us. How you doing, Star Mary? Appreciate you being here. I'm fine with improving and changing, because everything needs to happen every now and then. It does. We need that change. Yeah. The guidelines, to me, there were some things that obviously some people are going to have to really rethink how they do things. But for the most part, they seemed appropriate. They didn't ruffle my feathers any. I was like, oh, okay, I get it. Hello, Dr. Lisa, first time in. How you doing, Patricia? Thank you so much. Angela, hello. How you doing, friend? TT taking keep asking to connect to my contacts. No, thank you. Oh yeah, I don't. No, they don't. No, you are not going to be connected to mine. Facebook got me on that. They connected really quickly to all my phone and my feed, and I was still trying to keep things private and separated. How you doing, Lady Esther? I was trying to keep it separate, and it's got me on that. Now so that's why I don't want to mess around with Facebook too much, FB too much, because of how they operate. You said, Kira, I'm fine with guidelines. They were some upsetting, thoroughly unhelpful stuff on here. Yes, yep. Yep, our social is not for our friends and family, yep. So it's not. You got to keep it separate. Keep them out of your business. Yes, they are. They are. My whole phone, I was like, some of these people is like 2 jobs ago co-workers. Like, why are you feeding me as suggestions? I don't talk to them no more. So I was like, you know what, y'all doing too much FB. Y'all are doing entirely too much. So yeah, I don't play in that sandbox too much anymore at all because of the way they act. I like TikTok in case TikTok is listening. I know, I do too. Absolutely. Absolutely. Um, but I will tell you though, keep it separate for now because again, it goes back to what people will say. And then you become insecure about what you're doing. What comes with your subscription tiers? Oh, Principal, he said, what comes with your subscription? I'll explain in 1 second. Thank you for asking, friend. TTS, thanks for kindergarten to high school. Yes, it does. Yes, it does. When you think about that negative mindset, so for example, I told you I'm doing the mindset conversation today. My daughter, and I teased about this yesterday, but it's a real thing. You got to be careful who you talk to, who you go to, because you're doing something that is outside of your comfort zone. You are trying to figure out what makes sense in terms of posting and how to be a content creator. What does it mean to be a live host and be successful? So you're trying to figure this out. So I showed her my video. And she knows, so she's been in college, so she knows I've been doing it, but I think she now sees me doing it. So she's home for the summer for a few weeks, that is. And so she sees me actually doing it. She's like, well, wait a minute, that's what you've been doing. So I showed her one of my videos that I did actually post. It was the one about the mindset. And she looked and she's like, you are not an actor, mommy. You shouldn't post that. That's not. And I said, you know what? I could have easily fed into, hold on, I got a puzzle. TikTok gave me a puzzle, guys. All right. So I could have easily fed into being insecure about what she said, being uncomfortable, being, in my feelings and head about not posting it. I was like, you know what? I'm going to post it anyway. I'm going to post it and I'm just going to keep posting, y'all. That's what they say in those videos. I'm just going to keep posting. But the reality is when you have people in your ear like that, that's saying, oh, you shouldn't do something, or it doesn't look right, that's cringy or whatever, you'll never do it. You never do it. And that was the friend I had over that I had to let go because she was that person. It was always something negative. It was always something going on. It was always, so when we would talk, I was in this mindset of, oh, woe is me. Here's all the drama and things I need to be prepared for or think about. It's like, you know what? I can't let that consume me anymore. So I just stopped. I just stopped listening to that. And so when she told me not to do it, I was like, you know what? I'm going to do it anyway. And it probably is not going to be one of my best performing videos, but we'll see, y'all. So I'm okay. I want to have those details as well. Subscribe. Okay. So yes, I had to remove Nugget, and you have to. You gotta lose it. Get it out your psyche, so you don't have to be consumed with it. 3 tiers. Here's what I do. I have 3 subscription tiers. The very first one is through all 3 of them. It is my standard. I do sub-only live, sub-only videos, as well as the stickers and the shout outs and stuff. So that's part of my standard tier. My other 2 subscriptions is a profile review. That's the premium, where I go and look at your profile to make sure it aligns with your brand. And if you're looking at, when I look at your content, I give you recommendations on your content pillars, the things that you want to make sure you're talking about. Tiffany, I will be doing yours today. I just realized Tiffany is on my to-do list. You've been on my to-do list. And I have a post-it here that says Tiffany on it. You can see your name. Let me see, Tiffany. So I got you today if you're still in the room, friend. I think you came by earlier. So, and so that is something I do. And then as well as the deluxe is the profile review to make sure, again, the profile review is for branding, making sure your brand is speaking to your target audience. That's the goal. When you think about your bio, your nickname, your username, your content pillars, what are you talking about in your content? Are you talking to your audience? So that's the goal when you brand yourself. And then the last one is the portfolio review in a live stream audit. So if you're going live, and again, as you're talking to your audience, you're connecting with them. What are you saying? What are some of those keywords? But again, are you speaking to your audience based on the demographic, the psychographic, and their pain points? And then again, how do you make sure that you're sharing information about how people should engage? So if you go in your live, I'll tell you this is an indicator. And this is something. Thank you so much, Miss Darlene. Appreciate you. You said keep tapping, keep liking. If you go to your live, I'm gonna say this: people who come to your live and they're looking at in your room. If you get a lot of people that don't have blue boxes, I'm gonna tell you first of all, you got a lot of people who don't know how to engage in your room. Okay, they don't understand the proper way to engage, especially when it comes to making sure you're as a viewer, you are also engaging. You said right, exactly, exactly. So that's a telltale sign that you need to do some training, and not begging. That's not what we're doing. I say training in the sense of what is the best way to get started with subscriptions. Are you talking about with your own subscription? Naturally, let me ask that. Naturally, Mecca, is that what you're asking? Like, oh, I want to go live and I want to start offering subscriptions. Um, yes. Okay. So what I tell people is that first of all, you need to come up with a plan that's based on your topic. So as you're going live, you know what your audience is wanting from you. They want to maybe ask more questions of you. They want to know how to. Let me see your topic real quick. Naturally, Mecca. Laura Healer, herbalist, making the world better. Awesome, awesome. You could do a live only. That might be the first way of starting. Do a sub only live, and only your subscribers are getting maybe some additional information about um, some of your top, you know, herbalist mixtures or some other thing that you're going to offer them. I'm not sure what your live topic is about, but depending on who your audience is, you want to give them something that they will want. So you want to offer a benefit to them. So if they're asking for different formulas or recipes or different ways that you use the herbs, maybe they want some insider information. So you offer them that particular special information about your topic. I need to get them first. Oh Lord. You need to get the subscribers first, or you need to get the herbs first. Which one? I love that. He's like the remedies. Oh Lord. All right, Fred. You decide. So you want to add value. You want to add value to your subscribers. Whatever you're offering, it has to be added value. I talk about monetization. I've been talking a lot about subscriptions because I do believe, and this is my own little tea I'm giving you all. Subscriptions is another passive income for TikTok in particular. So when you think about growing your community and having a subscription, people will connect with you and want additional information from you. I was late to the subscription piece. I started in February. My journey started in January. So really, when I got live access, I will tell you the moment you can add a subscription, add it. My second account, my homework for today, because I'm going to go live again Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. That's my shoppable lives. I'm going to add a subscription for that program too, for that account too. You can have a subscription on your other accounts. So I'm going to add one over there just for people who want some additional information. I'll probably focus a lot more on TikTok shop content information over there just so that people understand going live, doing TikTok, getting TikTok shop, some things I'm doing with my products, just some other little tips I can give. So I'll probably figure out a plan that will be appropriate for that particular page. I'm doing my first sub only live tonight. Look at you. Holistic health coach. Awesome. Yeah, that's it. You just decide the remedies what you want to offer, but you decide. My husband called. Can you summarize your subscription? I usually get that. Subscribers. Awesome. Yeah, three plans. Principal Martin. Three plans. Standard, premium, and deluxe. Standard is where I do this. Standard is for all three plans. Let me say that first. Um, it is where I do the sub only lives. Ask me anything. I always bring monetization to the topic. Also, it is the sub stickers you see, sub only videos, as well as the banners that come with subscribers. Um, the premium is the profile review, where I do it focused on branding yourself to your target audience. So again, who are you talking to? What are you trying to do with your page and your community, specifically when it comes to your content, as you think about content pillars and how that aligns with your bio and your topic. So let me explain what that means. So if I gave the example of it, we'll use my friend who's the herbalist. So she could have content that's focused on creating remedies. What are those remedies about? She can have content helping to explain the value added and just giving guidance and education on being an herbalist. Okay? Then she can give content that helps with motivating people and inspiring them to take care of their health, make sure that they're doing things like their diet, exercising, and obviously using herbs to help with helping with a body and mindset. And so those things that you can do. So those become content pillars when you think about motivation, education, and maybe a little bit of the remedies might be part of that entertainment area where you're talking about the products themselves. So yeah, so those are the pillars that you want to think about. But the pillars need to align to your brand. So that's what I tell people, and making sure you're adding value to your audience. The last one is the profile review plus the live stream audit. And again, just as you go live, who are you talking to? How are you connecting with them? And just being intentional about your brand identity, but also messaging to your target audience. You said, is your last name Williams? No, it's Crump. It's in my username. Thank you for details. I look like somebody named Williams. How do you do the stickers? The stickers for subscribers? Are you asking that for subscribers? If you, let me ask what you're talking about, because you're not a sub, Diana Robinson. You're not a sub, so I don't see the sub indicator by you. So are you asking about the enhance button? You can put a sticker at the top. There's stickers and enhance, or are you talking about sub stickers where you would go to your sub page? And I use Canva. Well, my son did it through Photoshop, but he could have used Canva. Let me say that differently, because I have one I created and I used Canva. He used Photoshop, so he did 90% of my stickers. Thank you so much, people. I appreciate you. Yes, Canvas, Canva. Yeah, Canva. Canva is what you could use. Yeah. How do you finish your Canva product or package? It's ready to be put on your website. Say that again. How do you finish your Canvas project or package so it's ready to put on your website? You're talking about a digital product. How do you add a digital product on your website? Is that what you're asking? You're just, let me understand what you're saying, friend. I just want to make sure. Yes. No, I see it now. Okay, awesome. Okay. Do you talk one-on-ones at any level? I need hand holding. I do have one-on-ones. It's in my stand store, friend. Yeah. Yeah. So in my stand store, you can schedule a one-on-one with me. I usually, you know what, and I'm about to do it because I do have a meeting to go to, y'all. I was like, I do one-on-ones and I have meetings that come up. Let me make sure I'm not missing something. Hold on before I say that. Let's see. Okay. Okay. We good. We good. I do have a meeting, but I'm good till I'm gonna get off probably around 12:30. 12 o'clock. I might try to stay on to 12. So one-on-ones is in my stand store. I usually walk through my stand store because there's a couple different ways you can get support from me. So I'm gonna answer the question. I want to make sure I answer your question naturally, Mecca, because Mecca, you are asking a good question. I think you're asking a technical question. I just want to make sure, how much are the one-on-ones? Y'all, I was like, Dr. Lisa, we need help. We need help, Dr. Lisa. I have a question. So we can Canva in our bundle and it can make stickers. Yes, yes. I have a question. So we can Canva in our bundle and it can make stickers. Yes, yes, Miss Darlene. Miss Darlene, definitely message me if you need if you need me to explain that a little further for you. But yes, you can. Canva teaches you how to create products and how to create different design things. So the bundle you purchase has a full 2 hour and 5 minute presentation on how to leverage it. So yes, you do have it. And then Canva just made a major additions to their platform. So they have Canva AI. So there's a lot of intuitive tools. Somebody help me though. Anybody in the room who uses Canva, let me know. Do you have to have a pro account to get those features? I have pro. So I don't know if it's available on the free version. I'm going to say it's not. I'm assuming pro is what you need and that's how you can use it. But I don't want to speak out of turn. If somebody has free and they're able to use it, put that in the chat for us. Should we lock the product so people can take it? Let's. I guess I have a couple questions of you naturally. So I'm gonna make the assumption without seeing what you wrote. If you wrote anything, you said I have pro, but when you download it, I'm not sure if I'm doing it right. Okay. So hello, how you doing, Douglas? Let me answer questions about my bundle and about my consultations real quick. Diana, I have a 2-for-1 package where you can get 2 meetings for the price of one. Um, if you and they're 40-minute meetings over Zoom. If you click my photo here, my mini profile pops up. If you click my photo again, it takes you to my profile. You can go on my stand store. You'll see Ultimate Branding Course. You'll see my bundle, which is on sale. You'll see the smaller products I offer, and then you'll see the one-on-one consultations. One-on-one consultations right now is $40 for 2 meetings. So that's the sale price right now. And to be honest with you, I'll keep it that price for the month of May. We'll see what June brings us. I say that out loud because what's happening is that I'm getting more meetings, and I just want to make sure that I'm able to accommodate. But what happens with that sale package is that the first meeting obviously is great to do in your schedule. The second meeting, we need to schedule it within 30 days. So you will message me. And so I'm getting a lot of people who come back for the second meeting, which is awesome. But then I have other meetings. So I'm having to kind of fit you in. So I may have to rethink my model when it comes to the one-on-ones and how I have that structure. So I'm saying that out loud to you. And I will say that to anybody who is part of my group. You might want to rethink when you offer consultations, how you package them. I like to do groups. Yeah, group packages, that's a good idea. I'm thinking about a group coaching approach, so I'm trying to think through some other methods. But at the end of the day, when you do packages, you just got to make sure. So here's the good problems. I told you guys when it comes down to when you have a mindset that says, "What if nobody shows up? What if people don't want the services? What if people don't want the support? What if I never get anybody to take a package?" Now I have the problem of what if I have a lot of support? What if I need to make sure I rethink my model? What if? Because that's what happens. I don't want you to be in that negative mindset. This is where now you see people are coming, people are showing up, people want support, people want the help, and they know, like, and trust you because you've been showing up and doing your work, and you show up in a positive way. People want to connect with you. Hey, you all, I'm a podcaster, 50+ content creator, and live creator. Dr. Lisa has taught me so much. I appreciate that. Let's see. Does anyone have a site that they recommend for merch? I definitely need launch merch for the podcast. There we go. A site for merch? I know people who use Printify that have their merch set up that way. And then that way the site will ship out the merch for you. But I don't know if you want to do that, but that, unless you actually have your physical products, then I would say maybe Etsy, maybe something like that. But I would say Printify is an option. There's a couple other smaller sites. I don't have them with me. I would have to look them up again that I came across that could be what you're looking for. TikTok loves best to beginners, A to Z and Z to A. TikTok loves best to beginners. Say that again, Patricia. I might have missed what you meant by levels. Is that what you meant? Best to beginners, A to Z or Z to A. TikTok. What's your? I'm trying to think your question, friend. Confidence coach. Thank you so much. That's great. Trying to design my signature offer now. Okay, gotcha. Okay. Hello, great to see you this morning. How you doing, Lonely Wellness Coach? That's my overthinking comes in with every new journey. It does. It does. Yep. It absolutely does. So naturally, let me walk through what I think I hear you're asking me. You're asking me about posting. Yes, I'll know the best level. Yes, so I'll know the way to best level. Best level for beginners. What levels are you referring to, friend? Are you talking about leagues? I'm trying to think what are you referring to when you say level? When the one-on-one is scheduled, do you require face-to-face on screen? I need to set something up. Do I require face-to-face? You know what? It's funny you asked that. It's funny you asked that question. I do not require it currently. I think in the future I'm gonna have to, but I do not require it. I had 1 or 2 interactions that I thought twice about not requiring it. So maybe I should say that. I thought twice about not requiring it. So I'm a strong believer in making sure people feel comfortable, and sometimes people are not comfortable showing their face. But at the end of the day, I think to make anything um, authentic and me supporting you, it's probably best that you show your face. So that's what I will say. But I've had a couple interactions that gave me pause about it. I'm getting my hair braided. Oh Lord. Everything TikTok and TikTok. Agreed. Agreed. Yes. Agreed. Yeah. Yeah. Yes. Always learning something on your post. Thank you so much, friend. Yeah. Yeah. The hair braiding, I understand. That's why I asked. Yeah. That's totally fine. But it's funny. No, seriously, I have thought about requiring it just because, at the end of the day, it is it is being able to have an authentic conversation, being able to talk and connect, but also just being able to be in a space of trust. You know what I'm saying? Just so that we both can continue to support each other fully, and I can support you fully. But with you getting your hair braided, friend, did you schedule it yet? Let me know if you scheduled, because you don't have to schedule on your hair appointment day. So we don't have to do that. Or you saying you're about to get your hair braided? Is that what you're saying? Okay. Yes. Yeah. Yeah. Um, Kim, you co-sign what I'm saying about the camera and stuff. Yeah, I agree. Um, when it comes to naturally, let me play out what I think I heard you asking me. This is the only time I have. Oh, okay, gotcha. Okay, well, go ahead. Schedule it. It's up to you. It's up to you. I mean, I'm fine with it. Like I said, I have been kind of contemplating just making that a requirement just for people. It's interesting though. Let me say this, because some of the people I work with that have not had their cameras on, and it's not a big problem with me. In this way, is because they don't know how to work the technology. So I was pretty like, Dr. Lisa, I don't know where this button is. I can't find it. What's going on? So I've had those people. I was like, all right, I got you, friend. But yeah, so however you want, we'll talk about it. Whatever you need, I'll support you. Um, the naturally, let me understand your question. You asked how to post a product that you have, a digital product that you have in your website on your storefront. So you use Canva Pro. When you have Canva and you have your product already done, you can download it as a PDF. You can download it as a PNG file, depending on what it is. Um, and then you just, wherever you download it on your computer, you then attach that file and upload it into your website, probably back end system. I use Stand Store. Thank you so much, Curated. Appreciate you, friend. I use Stand Store, so it's an easy, pretty drag and drop feature where I take the product and I drag it down. I take it actually from the download area on my laptop and drag it into the Stand Store option, and then you hit save. So I think that's what I heard you asking. I get confused with downloading the finished product live out on Canva. Yeah, so it's literally you click that download option, but you need to change it to, I'm assuming you want it as a PDF, or there's a couple other features you can use with Canva. You can edit it as a template if it's an editable file for other people. You can make it what do they call it? I forgot what term they use, but it's a link where you're showing it as, you can make it almost like a website link. So for example, I'll give you a quick example. Um, if I have it up, I think I do. So for example, let's see, I gotta take my cord out so you can really see what I'm talking about. Landing page. Is that it, the landing page? I think that's it. That's the link for landing page. You're talking about landing page for staying. You can make it a landing page too. I'm gonna flip my camera. This is my, I wanna show you this. This is my, the checklist. It's a website link. It's Canva. It's a website link. So I downloaded, I created the link. I forgot the name. I'm gonna have to look and see what the name is. But I created the link, and then you put the link here. You can put it on a browser and you can open it up as a link. So that's another feature. I just wanted to point that out. So that's a different type of download option. People do this when they just want the product to be viewable, but you can't edit and touch it. So that's another way. The PDF also offers that, but obviously with a PDF, people could manipulate it if they want to. So this requires it just to be a landing page on a website that you want it to be. Okay. I don't know if I'm not explaining that well because there's an actual word for it that Canva uses. Let me see. Can I get to it quickly? Let's see if I can get to it really quickly. And I'll tell you the name I'm saying. Uh, Template link is one thing. The other link is, oh, public view link. That's what it's called. I looked it. Public view link. So the public view link is the other feature that I just showed you. That's what it's called. So that way you can attach it in a browser and show the document that way. My question was how to reach top level best practices. Are the levels listed A to Z or B or C? Okay, so you're referring to, let me show you something real quick. It says popular live right now. You're referring to leagues. You said level. You're referring to leagues. Is that what you're referring to when it comes to going live? So leagues are based on how you're progressing in a live. Yes. Okay. That's why I was like, you keep saying levels. So you're referring to leagues. I'm C1. How to get to, how to grow in your leagues. It starts with D, not A to Z. It starts at level D, D5 actually. D5, D4, D3, D2, D1. Then it goes to C, C5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I'm on C1. Then it goes to B, B5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then it has A, 3, 2, 1. So I am struggling to get out of D League. Yes, it's a struggle. I'm struggling to get out of C League, y'all. so so 5 up to 4A. Yeah, A has 3, 2, 1. It doesn't have the 4 and 5 in it, but yes, those are the levels. I mean, those are the leagues. Those are the leagues. In those leagues, you are collecting diamonds. As people are engaging in your live, they're clicking the daily heart me. They are coming in. They are liking the live. They are commenting. You guys have been commenting, sharing, liking. So all those things, I say engagement in your live plus the gifting. People got a gift too. TikTok gets a percentage of the gift. So all that engagement and gifting gets you up in your levels. So people who can they add it to the links? Can they add it? Let me process your question. I might be missing something. Add it. Can they add it the links? What do you mean? Can they edit? I think that's what you meant. Edit. Can they edit the link? The way I just showed that document where it was I flipped my camera and I showed that particular product, it can't be edited. So if you want people to be able to edit it, that's a template. You're creating a template. You got Canva Pro, so you're creating a template link. My bundle is a template link because people can go and edit the whole bundle, put their own branding, their own logo, their own words. It's 100% yours. So it's an editable template. Yours. It depends on what you're trying to achieve. So if you want them to change things, then you need to make it an editable template. How much do I need to get aside for gifting per month? Patricia, I love the way you think. Hold on, friend. Let me check something real quick. Because Patricia, you are okay. Patricia, you got homework. Patricia, you got homework first and foremost. I love the way you operate. You're like, look here, if I'm gonna be on these streets, let me know what I'm doing. So, Patricia, a couple things. You first of all, you need a bio. That's your homework. You don't have words in your bio. So when you come into a live, you want to make sure you're able to mix it up and connect with people and grow your community. That is the key. So you want to make sure, yes, I'm starting right. Yes, you are starting right, friend. You're in the right room too. So you want to make sure you have words in your bio. And then you want to make sure, and you did the username and all that stuff, and you have P for your image. You want to make sure that you also have, how you doing, Bella? Thank you so much, Kim. Appreciate you. You want to make sure you have words in your bio, homework. Because TikTok uses that to categorize you and know what your content is about, who you are, what you're going to be doing, and then it sends it out to people who are looking for that. So as you're growing your community, as you're growing your content, you want to make sure that you have words there. So Again, if you're going to do stuff on relationships, things on finance or money management, uh, humor, travel, all those things are the big bucket categories that TikTok will put you under. And so as you have words there, you want to have words that will align to that. And then essentially, hello friend, how you doing? Essentially, as you are engaging in a live, there's things that you want to pay attention to. You want to like the live. That tells TikTok right here. If you click the number here, I'm going to point this out to you, so you really know what you're getting yourself into. If you click the 40, the people that are in the room right now, it shows you who are the top engagers. So it's going to show you who have come in alive, who's been engaging, they've moved up in terms of those points next to them. So they've been engaging alive, they've been tapping, they've gifted, they've done all the things there. If there's a question mark, I always point to that question mark. So when you're on different pages, click the question marks, because the question marks tell you what exactly happened. Cute. Where may I have the written details? The question marks. That's the question mark. So click the question mark, and there's the written details. It tells you how to become a top viewer. So you're in this live. How do you engage? How do you become a top viewer in this live? It spells it out to you quite nicely what all this means. So it tells you in order to become a top viewer, you're going to like, comment, give count, watch time. All those things get you ranked. So you get a point for every coin that you send. I'm going to talk about coins because you said how much money. So point for every coin you send. You get a point for liking the live. You get a max of 3 points every 10 minutes. And then comments, similar. You get a point for your comments. And you get a max of 3 every 10 minutes. Where's the question mark? You guys have great. Where it says how many people in the room, right here in the top right corner, that tells you how many people are in the room. Click that, and then there's a question mark right at the top. Question mark right at the top. And so with that question mark, it tells you how to become a ranked person. So that just tells you the basics. Good, wonderful morning. Thank you so much, V. That just tells you the basics when it comes to how do you get ranked, how do you become an engaged viewer. Now, there's some other things that you need to know in terms of your engagement. Can people edit from the Canva link and access your account? No. Yes, yes. So no, they cannot. So people cannot edit from the Canva link. You're talking about the editable link and access your account. No, it's a link that you sent out. They open it in their account. They're not opening it in your account because they can't have access to your account because they need your login access. So it's not being opened in your account. It's being opened in their accounts. So in order for them to open it, they have to have a free Canva account. So they already have to be logged into their account in order to even open up your document when it's an edited template link. So yes, send 40 popular votes right now and it will take you to number 1. Really? Really? Look at you. Where is, maybe I shouldn't say that. I should know that. Thank you so much. I appreciate you, friend. Yes, just get the free Canva account and start playing with it. Absolutely. Absolutely. Thank you so much, Curated. Appreciate you, friend. Hello, Daquan. How are you, friend? Come on in. I appreciate you all. Thank you so much. Okay, friends. So let's do this. So tap in the screen. I have the pro account. Okay, yeah, you should be fine. Yeah, so if that's what you're trying to do, how's everyone? Thank you so much. I'm doing great, friend. Thanks. You're welcome. So yeah, you should be fine. Let me know if you have any other questions naturally. You can DM me and I'll answer questions. Really quickly, let me say this out loud. I do not DM people. I had multiple imposter accounts. TikTok just sent me a notification that they just removed 2 others that I reported. So hopefully you guys will have a quiet period. They'll pop up again. They always do. I made peace with it. And every time they pop up and y'all come and tell me they're out there, I end up submitting the documentation and get them removed. So, but I don't DM you as a starting point because of that, because they did that. So I want you guys to know, if you DM me or message me, I will respond back, but I don't initiate. So those are always imposters. Question, a man fished me as someone else. Then after many questions, he showed his true face. Yes. Um, yeah. Yeah, those imposters are out here. That's part of the shady side of TikTok, and all social media has that. So don't get me wrong. I do the co-streaming on YouTube, and you get those people too, who come in and are inappropriate. You said how to report him. If you click that person's account, you might be able to report it. So go on your page, the three lines on your profile page where your fit picture is. Click the three lines in the corner, click settings and privacy, and then I think it's report a problem if you scroll all the way down. And you can put in you want to report an account. That could be one of the options you do. Okay. Yeah, there are many of those in here. Yeah, that's the shady part. So you should be able to report a problem that way. I believe you got to probably do a couple clicks to get to it. You may want to even use the search bar, but that'll get you to it through that area. It's in that area. What I had to do was actually report it through the legal department because they use my content, and so that's a copyright infringement. So I reported it that way because they were using my logo and my name and my actual content too. So because of that, that's a different reporting process. Hello, Karen. How are you, friend? So really quickly, tapping the screen is likes. I showed you that when you looked at that. Commenting is also points. Sharing the live, when people share out the live, that's also part of it. So sharing the live is all of it. And so as you are, thank you all for supporting. I appreciate the support too. Thank you so much. As you are doing all that, you are able to get points. So liking, commenting, you get points. If you come into someone's room, the very first thing I tell people to do, it's almost like a greeting. It's like a hello, I'm here to support. You can do a couple of different things. You can click, if you don't have coins in your account, you can make sure you follow the live host, so that's part of it. Or you can click the daily heart me. And so my friend Diana, you're like, wait a minute, let me send out these popular votes because there's a campaign happening where people get pushed out by sending the popular votes. So that's what that is. And so I appreciate all the support you all. You guys, I don't talk about that for the for my benefit, because what I do, I see it as benefiting everybody. So I just tell you guys how to support the live. It does support my live. Don't get me wrong, it supports my live greatly. But I want you all to grow as well. So I want you to get the information. Click on the imposter and tell the person he's faking to be. The imposters from my account, they block me. So that's why I have to go the legal route, because I don't see them on this account. Now my other account, and I don't tell them it's my other account because I don't want them to impersonate those accounts. But the other ones, I do find them there, so that way I can use their username and send it to TikTok. Daily heartbeat, is that the floating heart? It's daily heart me, M-E. You put beat. It's M-E. Daily heart me is this heart plus, is that heart plus up there. And so when you click that, Patricia, there's a couple things you're going to do. Thank you so much. Claude, thank you for joining the live. I appreciate you, friend. So when you click it, you have to have coins on your account. So that's where the coins come in. So the daily heart me costs a coin. The rose is a penny. You also have, thank you so much for doing the daily heart me, friend. And then you have the rose, the gifts in the gift box. Those are coins. So you asked the question earlier, like, how much money do I need? And so appreciate your friend. Thank you, Claude. I'm co-streaming on TikTok. That's what you hear me talking about, TikTok stuff over here. So as you are engaging, you want to get coins on your account. So no, I would not start there. You do not need to start there. You know what I tell people? Here's what I say. You can let me share how you get coins first, and then you decide what you want to put on it. Click the gift box. It'll get you to the lower corner, gets you to where you recharge at. You get coins that way. You can recharge. There's a processing fee here in the app. So people go to the website. You can get a little bit more for your money. That is www.tiktok.com, the forward slash symbol coin. So you can go and get coins that way. Once you log in, you get coins on your account. I suggest, and just as you're starting off and you're trying to navigate this, maybe $20, 2,000 coins. You should be able to navigate that pretty easily in terms of using it for gifting and the things that you're going to do. Um, I, and then you can decide if you need to add more depending on what rooms you go to, how you want to grow and give gifts. Certain gifts you're not allowed to give, especially when you're new. You're not allowed to give them because you got to grow your level. That's what those blue boxes represent. So you got to grow in terms of your time here. Then you can give some higher level gifts. Then you can decide if you want to give those gifts and how you want to engage. But I don't tell you to break the bank. I want you to be intentional about being able to engage and benefit, but not necessarily, lose your shirt doing it. It took me, to number 3 while popular votes cost the same as the rose. Yes. So yeah, that's it. Yeah. So you're now, let me see, you are Diana, you're number 2. Because what happened is you got to claim your points. Halaku left out, and I think somebody else left too. And naturally, thank you so much for the daily heart me. So thank you, friend. So with that, you rose in the ranks because of the people coming and going out the room. Yeah, yeah. Thank you so much. Oh, that's it. How you doing, E-Nurse? Thank you so much. Hi there. I agree. That's why I come here. Oh, appreciate your friend. I appreciate your rose is a penny, same as the popular, but popular pushed the live out to the FYP. Diana is absolutely right. So Diana, with my new people in the room, I don't want them to get nervous and scared about what's happening here. But you are right. So there is a strategy here. Let me say this, because this is for my friend Patricia. Patricia, you trying to learn. So Patricia, you got Diana in here. She's telling you from the viewer perspective of what to do. I typically talk about the live host. No, now, do I claim points each day when I engage? Yes, you do. So Diana, I apologize, because usually when I start my live, I go through this whole thing for my people in terms of engagement. So you missed out on me saying that, because I started talking about mindset. I started talking about losing friendships, and I just went in a total different direction. So here's what I usually do. I explain all this because I tell you in a very organized way of how to make sure you're leveling up. So because you don't have a blue box, and because you don't have, I came in late, just found you. Okay. Anybody who does not know what the blue box is, I'm going to talk about it real quick, and I'm going to talk about it from the Daily Heart Me as well. How you doing, Per Mom Shops? Good morning, friend. So when you look at people who have come into the live, you see where they have the orange heart, that heart next to their name, and they have a blue box. So there's a lot of people with the orange heart and blue box. The Daily Heart Me, that's what this is where they got the orange heart from. That means that they've come back to my live multiple times, sometimes within a week or so, and they come in multiple days or over the course of several weeks, that they've come back and they've leveled up. So you see people like Miss Darlene, she has a level 4 heart a level 3 heart. Per Mom has a level 1. So those are the levels of people who are coming in and they are engaging. So when you come to someone's live, what you're actually saying you're going to do is support the live, similar to what Diana is doing. She is saying, oh, there's things that y'all need to know about gifting. So send the popular vote versus the rose. So she's like, okay, here's how we want to make sure we're supporting the live. You'll have Miss Darlene, who's actively connecting with people. And so again, she's saying, okay, let's make sure when you come into someone's live, you are saying something like, hello, nice to meet you, good morning. You're not saying the word scoop, follow, gotcha. Those are words that sound as if it's part of a grow culture. Those grow rooms, those engagement rooms, and that's kind of a no-no. TikTok is trying to remove a lot of those type of what they call fake engagement. Okay, so you want to be intentional about avoiding those words because they look very much like, okay, you're just in here for follows. You're not here to engage in people's content. You're not here to be a true supporter. You're just trying to grow your numbers. So you want to make sure you do that intentionally. So to do that, great keys, yeah. So to do that, you want to click the person's photo, and then you'll see where you can follow or follow back. And then there's an at symbol right next to that follow back where you can put a comment in. Okay? So that's a quick way to do it, and you'll connect with them. Okay? Um, so as you are, good morning. How you doing, Alicia? I see your friend. How you doing? Be incredible people. Yes, friend. Hello, room. And so you want to make sure you're doing that. So then to get a blue box, it is based on, and I'm going to show you where the points are calculated because there's points for the daily heart me. You want to claim those points. So you're going to click the daily heart me. If you have coins on your account, you click that daily heart me. It then shows you. Thank you so much, friends. Thank you for the tapping and the support. It then shows you how to level up and claim your points. So as you're claiming your points, you'll see where it'll say, do you want to add a comment? You add a comment. You see people who just clicked the daily heart me and they said, good morning, hello room. Those are people who just came in and added their comment. So after you add a comment, then you can click your photo because the comment's going to show. So Eugene Bell, how are you, friend? Thank you so much for being here. So let me do this. Patricia or anybody else who wants to do this, just put in the word hi. Put in the word HI. Then I want you to click your photo image. Your mini profile is going to pop up. Then click your level. After you click your level, it's going to tell you how many points you got, how many points you need for that next level, and then underneath there's the experience points that will show you how to get to the next level, those points that you need to get. Would you kindly explain to me what is dry tagging? Dry tagging is when you tag someone's name and don't put words behind it. So for example, Miss Darlene, oh, there you go. She just did it to you. There she did. She just did it to you. She didn't put any words there. Thank you. You're welcome. But how you doing, Diane? Appreciate your friend. So you don't put words behind it, and that looks as if you're like a bot and you're not real. And so they used to do that, and there was like, issues with bots and stuff. And so you got to make sure you put words. You got to make sure you are engaging, you are connecting, and you are being intentional. And like I said, you want to avoid the scoop, the follow, the gotchas. Those words are words that they use with the growth culture. I'm using you to teach everyone right now. What happened now? What does that mean? I mean, you said, I'm great, awesome. Why would people do that? It's not people. I think there's bots. I don't think they're real people. I think there's bot behavior that happens. People do it. I'll say this. You do it on accident sometimes too. Because if you click somebody, I think the send button is right there. Something happens where you'll have people do it. And a lot of times I don't think it's on purpose. Maybe it's inadvertently you're hitting send too soon. But for the most part, people don't know either. You're learning. And so you try to make sure you are explaining to your audience. I missed it, the bots. She was asking about what's dry tagging, Diana. So when you click someone's name, you don't have words behind it. So that's where the question came up. We appreciate you. All the knowledge and the help. You're welcome, friend. I appreciate your clarification. You're welcome. Yes. So let me know if there's any other questions. I didn't see where you put the word hi in, Patricia, but I'm assuming you're good. Let me know if there's any other questions about that. If you guys want to schedule a one-on-one, you're welcome to do so. It's in my stand store. Let me know if there's any other last minute questions. I typically walk through my stand store so everybody knows what's in there and how to get access to me. And, I got an appointment at 1. Okay. All right. Wait. What happened? Chat later. Thank you. Hi or hi. Okay, I'm new. Okay. My new people. If you click chat later, thank you so much. If you click the your photo, Patricia, your mini profile is going to pop up. How you doing, Miss Tika? Thank you so much, Tika. Thank you so much for being here. Let me look. You are fairly new. I appreciate you joining, friend. Yes, you're level 10. I'm teaching her. Who you teaching? You said you got somebody in. You teaching? Is that her? Is Tika? Okay. Okay, she's new. Okay, awesome, awesome. Hello, friend. Okay, she's new. So what am I doing? We're trying to teach real quick. So she wants to know how to do the blue box. Am I doing that? So if you click your photo real quick, click your photo where you came in. You said hi. I'm new. You put I'm new. Once you click your photo, click your level. Your level is 10. Patricia, your level is 0. So click the 0, and then it's going to show you how many points you got, how many points that you already collected. I love this, yes. And then it says / symbol is going to say how many points you need to get to that next level. And then underneath there, it's going to say those experience points, those engagement points. It tells you there that you need those points to get you to the next level. Okay. Hello, Dee Dee. How are you, friend? Thank you so much for coming in, sharing the live. Miss Gimme, hello. Here to learn and support. Thank you so much, friend. I appreciate you coming in. You are growing. Love that. Yes. Hey, hello, everyone. Yes. All right, friends. Let me know if there's. Did you get that, Miss Tika? Let me know if there's any other questions that you have. Let me know how I can support. Thank you so much. Appreciate you all coming in. Sorry about that. I have a couple things going on, so I do have a meeting. Yes, I see equals yes. Yes, you gotta have coins on your account to send a rose or send a gift. That's why you need coins to get your blue box. Staying proactive is the key. Yes, it is. Yes, I got it. Thank you. You're welcome. She has an inspiring story to tell. Awesome. Awesome. How did you get to 13K? How did I get to 13K? Going live. Going live. So a lot of it is you meet new people. People come into your live. I go live twice a day. So I go live at 10 a.m. That's what this one is. And then I go live again at 4 p.m. Eastern. My live at 4 p.m. I'm going to talk about my live at 4 p.m. I'm going to talk about mindset. I was like, what am I talking about? Mindset. So I'm going to help you with your mindset. Miss Tika, you said has an inspiring story and she's trying to grow. Yes, thank you for allowing me to ask questions and blessings. You're welcome, friend. Let me know if you have any other questions. Okay, thanks. I had her on my live last night. Yes, okay. How long did it take? The length of growing. I started going regularly. I had 1,600 followers when I started in January. So over the course of 5 months, yeah, so I hit my 5-month 10K amount was right around April, early April. So I did it then. And so it took that time, but again, had a lot of people coming in and supporting the live and just continue to grow. Yeah. I am Central Time. What's yours? I'm Eastern. 10 a.m., 4 p.m. Eastern. Yep. Did you get a silver plate for 10K? No, they don't give you anything over here, y'all. No. Well, let me say this, and I am still, and Alicia, I don't know if you've gotten to the Creator Rewards program because I think you've had some good viral videos. I have not gotten into it yet because you have to have 100,000 views. So my views are averaging right at around 40,000 right now. And so, yeah, I have not gotten into the Creator Rewards program. Yes. Are people from outside of U.S.? Yes. I'm Eastern. Yep. I'm in Florida. Yep. Orlando, Florida. You joined a lot of loyal friends. Oh, you get a lot of loyal friends and family when you get to 10K. You do. You do. That is fair. That is fair. So you get a lot of people who will keep coming back and supporting. Absolutely. Miss Tika, I'll ping you. So at this point, when you come into a live room, you want to make sure you're supporting. So you need your blue box. That's part of it. And you have your blue box already. But you want to make sure that you are actively supporting the live by doing all the engagement. So Diana was talking about the popular vote because Diana, you were clicking, let me make sure, you were clicking the box up here, weren't you? The Daily Heart Me to know how we were faring as a group for the fan club. Let me know if that's what you were looking at. The popular vote is also the other thing. He said, hey, hi Florida, wish to see Florida in 2027. I'll let you know. Oh, thank you. Yes, definitely. I should be here. Thank you. Yes, that's right. You haven't done your daily heart me. Definitely do the daily heart me. All right, friends, let me do this because I am going to get off because my 1 o'clock is going to get scheduled. It has been scheduled, so I want to make sure I'm able to support. If you want to get any assistance, go ahead and grab my free overthinking. Thank you so much. Woman's, how is your friend? Woman's Cave. I love that. Blessings. You click my photo up here. It shows my mini profile. You click it again. It'll take you to my main profile. In my main profile, no, the other corner where the top engagers. Oh, let me see. How did you know about the popular vote? You were talking about for yourself. Okay, that's what you were talking about, climbing up. You said popular vote though. Instead of roses, I got that. But you said popular vote, I thought because of the popular live. Thanks for all the information. Always helpful, Dr. Lacey. You're welcome, friend. So, yeah, let me know what that was about. No, I was telling her how to get to the top. Oh, okay, gotcha. Okay, gotcha. Yes, that is it. Yes, that is it. Okay, so really quickly, I am going to flip my camera so you guys can see I'm at my profile. My profile's here. My live event I'm doing tonight is 4 p.m. And then I am doing going live. I'm sorry, clicking my stand store. And then this is the products that I have in the stand store. This is the bundle. This gives you like the most access to me if you need a bundle. And naturally, Mecca, she was asking a lot of questions about Canva. A lot of that information is in the bundle because it talks about Canva, 2-hour course on Canva, as well as the bundle has the digital marketing course to teach you about digital marketing, and then the branding course to make sure you understand how to create a good brand. If you push the popular, it will get her to the top. They only have 40 points at first, so 50 popular. Oh, okay. I don't think I knew that. 50 for the popular vote. Okay. And so it would have took them out of first place. Oh, 50 for the popular would have took them out of first place. Gotcha. Now, here is where these are the other products that are available in here. So you have people who need a checklist to know how to go live. So you want to make sure you have something available. And then you have your people who are trying to figure out their topic, their niche, the target audience. They want to know what script to use when they go live. So I created this chat guide to kind of break it down and say, here's the different things that you need. And there's some additional questions that you might want to ask. And then finally, you have my consultations. So people have come in and booked those. It's free. Is it really? Okay. Great. You're welcome. TikTok is being special. And then this is my download for my overthinkers. So mindset guide. We're going to talk about this quite a bit because I'm going to go over this quite a bit tonight. Okay. Good now. All right. Thank you so much. And let me know, you scheduled today, Pat Fergie, Beads. Let me know if that's the case. Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to clap. I was trying to flip it back around again. Sorry about that. Let me know if you scheduled the meeting already. I think you did. So, I did. Okay. That's it. 1 o'clock. Okay. Perfect. All right. All right, friends. I will let you guys go. I appreciate you guys. If you get a chance, go over to my YouTube channel. Go ahead and subscribe there. And I have my government. What does that mean? I have my government. Your government name. That's it. I know. Okay, that's what I saw. Okay, gotcha. Name. Okay, gotcha. I was like, government. I got you. I appreciate your gentle, straightforward approach. You're welcome, Patricia. I'm here every day. I'm coming back at 4. Thank you so much. I'm coming back at 4 and I come back at 10. So Feel free to come back. Let me know if you have questions. This is what I'm doing. I teach you about going live. I teach you about having the right mindset. I want you to feel at ease. I want you to feel confident about this. I want you to navigate. I want you to be successful. So that's what I do. So don't feel bad about coming back and asking more questions. That's what I want you to do. I want you to ask as many questions as possible so that when you finally press the go live button, you feel support. That my whole lecture today was about making sure you create the right support team, the right network. He said, I'll come back later. Thank you so much, friends. All right, take care. Bye bye. I will ask. Okay, take care. Bye bye. All right, my friends. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate you all. Take care.